everybody, to episode 1 of Road to Memphis, our show leading up to HeroClix Worlds. Before we get started, I would just like to remind everybody that we are sponsored by Big Bully Gaming out of California. Visit them at bigbullygaming.com for all your action token and bystander needs. Now for episode 1, I brought on one of my favorite Clix players and one of the most interesting men in Clix, Nate White. Welcome, Nate.
Thank you very much, sir. It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
How you been, buddy?
I have been well. I have been enjoying the squad that happened, and I did a face plant in the constructed portion of the event. I was dismayed, although I was definitely without a team. I was a man without a team, and then and with a team, and I feel much better. So it's lately life's been beautiful, because if you got that team that you think can win an event for you, sun shines a little brighter, the grass is a little greener, that sort of thing.
I gotta say, I think your new team is super fascinating.
Thank you. I think it is too.
The concept of it is excellent. I haven't faced many astronomers, so I'm a little worried. I don't exactly know how they play, so this could be a very bad day for me.
I haven't faced any X-Men yet, so this is going to be a perfect test.
I personally think they're going to come back in the meta now that rotations hit, because the only reason they were gone was that pesky Hawkeye guy.
I was just going to say, am I going to see any Wolverines up in Canada? And then I was like, holy shit, the quintessential Canadian superhero, right? Like,
yeah.
Somebody's got to play him.
So
Captain America. If Captain America's good, somebody's going to play him at US Nats, so,
I make sure to scout the field pretty thoroughly. I'm not even going, unfortunately, because of the short notice and such, but I can tell you so far, you're going to see a whack ton of Kobix. I know a ton of people are bringing Kobik.
I figured, yeah.
I'm willing to bet. So last year, the finals came down to PJ running the Blackbird, which he won the event with, and Kenji from Team Pushin.
Right.
And Kenji was running Wolverines and Lila. I have a slight feeling that Kenji's going to bring them back this year because they're just coming off a rotation and people have kind of forgot about them.
That's definitely, sorry, my microphone was being a jerk. That's definitely possible. Kenji is, and I would hate to face him with Wolverines in the finals like PJ did. So
it was a tight game. They were both like standing over the table in the finals, and PJ was standing so far over the table he was standing over his thug and forgot about his thug.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it was intense. You could feel the tension in the air.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good stuff. PJ and I had a similar game at US Nationals last year.
You were running X-Men, and he was running Mistress Death, Tiger, and whatnot.
Right.
I watched that game. It was insane.
Yeah. It was fun, and I think it was the right ruling that they made, but what a roller coaster to go on at the end to think I got him, and we're clearing the pieces off, and then Kenny comes over and he goes, "What happened?" And he's like, "Well, is she really dead?" And my heart started to sink. I was like, "Oh no."
So for anyone that didn't watch that game, you blew up Angel, taking out his whole team.
His whole team and my whole team except Darwin.
Oh wow.
I killed my Wolverine and my Lila, and of course Angel because he died, and I killed Mistress Death, Tigra, and Lockjaw.
That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that was the highest point explosion that I have had with an Angel. The second highest was against Pat.
Now, is that where you fell in love with Angel? Because I know he's like a quintessential
I
Nate
fell in
White
love with
figure.
Angel as soon as I saw the spoiler. When I saw he could blow himself up, I was like, I want to use a piece that kills himself to kill you. And like, you don't even end those. No joke. I mean, he can hit, he can fight while he's on the map. He can call in anything that matters. He's at that sweet spot for points. Um,
Yeah, I was
yeah,
debating between
big
Angel and
change.
Dupe for this team, and I just knew that you'd be ashamed if I used Dupe over Angel, so I took Angel.
I played Dupe competitively, the old Dupe, the one that could only take one damage, the LE. Do you remember that
Oh,
one we
yeah,
played at
yeah.
that point? Yeah. I played that guy, and I played it to beat the Quinjet because I knew the Quinjet would have trouble dealing with Dupe. And played it. It was one of those events. You know how you try to predict the meta, and I mispredicted in this one and thought there'd be Quinjets everywhere, and there were no Quinjets. So I did not do that well at that event.
I
But I love
thankfully
Dupe.
never had to deal with the Quinjet.
You for playing Dupe. Dupe is awesome. Plus he's cool. But Angel is better for sure.
So you
Although
recently won a WKO.
did with a team similar to this one.
South Bend, I believe?
South Bend, yes. There were 20 players.
That's not
It
bad.
was a nice, no, not bad at all. It was a nice diverse field. There were a couple of Kovics, couple of Medusa teams. Pat was playing a Medusa team. And
How many rounds were there? What was the top cut?
it was 3 rounds to cut to 8.
Wow.
And then, of course, top 8. So 6 total rounds of the event, and I went 6-0. And it was one of those events where everything just sort of slowed down, and the astronomers just had what it took. Although Kubik, well, a guy was playing Leo and Space Leo,
Oh, yeah.
and
May he rest in peace.
yes, he took my power gem off my astronomer. Reality gem that I had been giving to Unseen.
Oh,
I lost
yeah.
both of them to Leo rolls, and he told me to that point in the day he'd only removed 1 piece of equipment all day. So against me he got 2. So I thought I was up shit creek, but the astronomer, even without the power gem, wears away through nearly everything. Is stop.
So, you don't need to give us a play-by-play of your games, but do you remember what your teams were what teams you faced each round?
Yeah, the first round I played a guy playing Ultra Chase Thanos, because he had pulled it. It was one of those cases that of a player who heard there was a WKO and wanted to go check it out and didn't know what the meta was, or I had to explain to him what astronomer did and how the elders started and that sort of thing. So he was not player, more green a little bit, and in that game he was pretty cautious, but astronomer, it can be more cautious. I mean, there's very few pieces that can outswing him, and if I win map as I did here, and then there's maybe 2 or 3 pieces that can hit him with an attack before he can hit them with an attack.
Yeah, that being able to, he sees through elevated, correct?
Correct. Through elevated and through hindering. So
Does he see through characters?
he does not, and that is a tricky thing. Like elevation and line of fire is a tricky thing. Character is between us, but they, like if I'm on 1, and then there's a character on 2, and then you're on 1 on the other side of that 2, and I'm shooting over the 2, does that character block line of fire? I would say that they do, that it hugs the terrain. But honestly, I need to study that stuff up before I go to nationals.
So wait, your character's on 1, the character you're shooting is on 1, and there's another character in your way on 2.
Right.
I would say because he's on 2, you're shooting under him, but That's physics, and we both know that physics don't really apply to
Physics and the
HeroClix.
rules, yeah, I want to be clear on the rules because the physics of it I'm okay with, but yeah, how the judge is going to rule in the event is scary. Yeah.
Well,
So
that brings something up, actually. For next week's episode, I have Brandon Chastain on.
easy.
Yes, good old Beezy, guy I play with a lot. So I'm going to write that down, and I'll bring that up when I have him on next week and see what
Yeah,
he
have him
says
do a
about that.
tutorial about lines of fire and elevation for us
Yeah,
astronomer and Kobik players, because Kobik can get it from a cube too.
yep.
Ian has it, although he ignores characters, so he kind of
Who, sorry?
he circumvents. Unseen ignores elevation as
Oh,
well.
yeah. Oh, Unseen's just so good.
Yeah.
We're just seeing tons of him now, too.
Yeah.
So,
I got that guy. Then I ran into a Kobik and Brandon Colette. No, that was later. I played another Kobik though. I faced 3 Kobiks that day. And what happens with Kobik, in my experience with Astronomer, has been that you just blast her as hard as you can, hit the rollouts every time, and when she misses, she's dead.
yeah.
And in the meantime, she can't get that close to me, those shots every turn.
So I just want to interrupt you real quick. Beezy was actually watching when we had that conversation, and he says they do block line of fire. There's no mysterious bridge you shoot underneath.
Right. It's the line of fire hugs the terrain along the path between the characters although if you're on a higher elevation and there's something lower between you, I know that does not block. So
Yeah. It's just that worked out perfect that he just happened to be watching at the time that we brought that up. So there you
thanks,
go.
BZ. Much appreciated. Yeah, but still do a tutorial on it because it's still confusing.
So sorry to interrupt. Carry on.
So yeah, Kobik is an amazing piece that can do 1,000 things. But my experience so far, format a little bit. I'm jumping to the Winamap that I played with astronomers, but I played Devin Owen.
Oh yeah, yep. Fellow Canadian.
And, yeah, and a fantastic builder and pilot. And he was playing Kobik and straight shape changes with his Kobik against me, and still Kobik missed that 6th shape change, and that's the end of Kobik. I mean, that's what astronomers can do. So
yeah, I guess you're swinging for 6 every time, eh?
6 every time with 2 figures from that far away. It just is a lot. Now, there are things that can deal with it. You know, Beta Ray Bill obviously can deal with it. Why don't I tell the world how to beat my team?
Who plays Beta Ray anymore?
A couple of people. 2 of the best players in the world play him. But I don't want to spoil anybody's team, but Beta Ray will be out there. But Beta Ray is hard to win with. There's a reason why Beta Ray has never won a major event that I know of, and it's because he does a really cool trick. Get around it, and ID cards are everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
And I think now that his girl Sam Cap is gone, it's just a tough road for him.
It is a tricky. I mean, he's still good. I think he's still good, and I think you'll still see him. But I don't know if it'll be in the hands of anybody except somebody who just desperately loves Beta Ray Bill and wants to see him. But I ran into the Kobik. I played Pat, who was playing Medusas. He won map and put me in the prison. And that prison map with Medusas, I don't know how many Medusas are happening north of the border, but Medusa in the prison map is a big thing down here. And it's a bitch because she's coming over towards you, and my 11 square range, my TK, all that stuff is useless until he gets to me. So he's going to get the alpha. So I gave him my trader. I was playing trader instead of a second astronomer at the time. And I gave him my trader and basically did a meat shield of floras around my astronomer. He went in and killed the traitor, and then I killed a Medusa in one turn with an astronomer and got a walking wood going and was able to pull out the win against Pat. I think it's a bad matchup for him even when he wins maps. So yeah, if when being able to protect astronomer and retaliate after he got his alpha off was enough. Astronomer can take a punch too, which is another one of my favorite things about him. He can take a hit for 4 and still have stats and powers as he had before the hit. So
yeah, and you can say that about very few characters these days.
Right. I mean, you hit Kobik for 4, and she's very much weakened. There are very few pieces that you can hit for 4, and you still feel just as good about them offensively as you did before. So then after the cut, let's see, the first team I ran into after the cut was don't remember. The second team I ran into after the cut was a Kobik team. This was Brandon Collette. That I got a shot off on Kobik, and he missed both rollouts, and Kobik was dead turn 2.
Oh.
So that game, he still went. Before I shot his Kobik, I took her cube with my traitor, and then he took the cube back, and we had this really great cube dance where the traitors would take the cube and then give the other traitor a token. Her traitor would take the cube back and give the other traitor a token, and we were just giggling like crazy at that. It was not particularly productive, but it was a fun thing to watch. And then in the finals, I faced the Space Leo team, and
did you skip around there?
I skipped one. I skipped the first round of top 8 because I couldn't remember what I played.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yep. No, all good.
So, in the finals, I played Dustin, and he, not Cedars, Dustin McKinley, and he played Leo and some Retaliators, I believe. I moved up my unseen, pulled out his Leo to kill my unseen. Oh, he sold out his Kobik with an Iceman call in. I was able to retaliate on his Iceman and kill his Iceman with fucking wood that was generated. Then he took my Groot with his Groot, but he couldn't get his Leo back in time, and I got him with my Astronomer, and then was able to sort of sit and play defense. Kobik didn't have enough help without Leo, couldn't do enough damage on her own to do enough to kill me in time. So I was able to pull out the win.
The Kobik Leo combo is kind of cool.
Real cool. I'm glad it's retired. I hate that Leo. It's nothing worse, man. Than not getting. So I said, all right, I'm going to put the power gem on Astronomer. And we rolled, and he won. So I got nothing on Astronomer. So I said, all right, well, I'll put the power gem on Traitor. So I got to keep it. And then I had the reality gem on the map. But then I spent the whole game chasing objects, trying to get a power gem onto Astronomer before I realized from 11 squares away is still really good.
Yep.
To kill Kobik in one shot, I could kill her with 2, because after you hit her once, she becomes a lot easier to hit.
Yeah, after you tap her for 3, she just becomes a glass cannon.
Exactly. So I was able to hit her twice. Once I got off the idea, I mean, that's a mistake that a lot of players make and that I still make regularly, is people knock you off script and you don't improvise quickly enough.
Yeah, some people get flustered.
In the wrong direction. Some people are real good at saying, all right, you took this away, so I'll get you with that. And some people are like, you took this away, oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. I'm even guilty of that sometimes.
Oh, I did that in this case. I gave him my unseen. It worked out in my favor. I was able to pull it out, but I made a bad play a ring, and I wanted to give myself more chances to get that power gem onto Astronomer. So I sent Unseen over to get his ring, his shape change ring away. It was the Remaker. And it was just a waste of Unseen. It just basically gave him Unseen.
Mm.
But I had it in my head, need that power gem to win this game. So
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
that
know.
happens to everybody at one time or another.
I agree. I agree. I was glad I was able to figure it out in time that I didn't need it. So,
Well, congrats on the W
and
for the WKO.
thank you.
You're
Thank
already,
you.
that makes you already qualified for next year's Nationals,
It does. It does. Yes.
which I assume you'll be
It's
going to
exciting.
for your third year in a row.
Absolutely.
You never know.
Absolutely.
Maybe you
I feel
can, the Clicks Mafia can two-peat.
uh, well, Pat would like to take care of that himself. I don't think he wants any help from me on that front, but I will certainly be trying to beat him because, you know, I can't leave. I don't want him having all the fun. I don't know, man. This is a great time to play clicks, isn't it? There's so many really, really good players. When people make these top 10 lists, it's kind of like, well, sure, these are great players you just listed, but how about if I give you 20 more guys who are also that good,
The
you know?
top 10 is so subjective and, in my opinion, very regional.
And that's a big thing too. It's hard for anybody to see all players.
And
And
so many of the tournaments happen in like the um, South, like the Alabama, the um, Jesus, Kentucky, like,
sure, yep.
you know, Daniels, PJs, Howard's area. Like, I find that a lot of the major clicks events are concentrated down there, and you don't hear about the other events around the country as much.
I would not disagree. I think there are fantastic players in a lot of places. And again, who was listing Patrick as the guy that was going to win Nats? And yet, you know, if anybody wants to say that Pat somehow got lucky, he was plenty good to beat the best players in the game. And there's a dozen, 20 guys that are as good as him,
I'm
but could take Nats next year. So I love it. It's
And if you
beautiful.
look at the list of players Pat ran through,
Oh yeah, it's great, isn't it?
there's no stroke of luck there.
Oh, you can't call it lucky. It's ridiculous. Dan Powell, Matt G, PJ, and then Easton. I mean, it's crazy.
That's as good as it gets. If I could list a gauntlet of players that you had to run through, that would be it.
Right,
But
right,
I
exactly.
100% agree with you that it, as far as like the players in the game and the meta itself, this has to be like the golden age of clicks. Anyone that
Uh,
argues that it's not diverse is out of their mind.
there is there's always and there are always people who are going to say that clicks is dying. I mean, I've been playing for over 10 years and I've been hearing about how it did actually die once and came back to life. Um, but I don't know. I think clicks is in as good a shape as it's ever been. I've never seen a meta that's this much fun. A You can dig deep. You can go into any set and find yourself a nice angle, and you can have a chance. And the way the rules are set up right now, I think they've really got a good game on their hands.
Yeah.
Not
Since I
not to
came
do a
in,
clicks commercial or anything, but
no, I 100% agree. Since I came into the game, they have overhauled the rules and made it. They have simplified a ton of stuff, like just made it all very streamlined. And at the
yep.
same time, the way they have been producing the power curve on certain characters, like you're always going to have that one thing that's pretty crazy. But
Hmm.
there's just like right now, you can take 20 teams and you could see any of those 20 teams at any big event.
Right?
So
Yeah.
I think that's as healthy as you can get for any game. And I follow a few competitive games, and the list of teams you get is far more diverse than a lot of other games.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. the voice for the idea that the game is not diverse right now seems to be coming from the West. So I don't know if the game's different out there, although it's not really true. I'm just giving them shit. But Pat and I have had back and forth. Pat Yopoko, um, have had discussions about diversity in the game, and I think it's great. And I think Pat's a way better player than I, so he knows a shit ton. But right now,
I wish he
it's a good
played
time to do it.
competitive still. I miss the Patrick Upoko like golden age of HeroClix, so I can't
Yeah.
attest to how good he is. I've only heard a myth of the man.
I was retired at the time. Retired because I had such a bad attitude. I couldn't Nationals, or no, it was Worlds. Faced a guy who was new to clicks, playing a Justice League team base, and I'm sure you've heard the stories about the Justice League team base.
Yes, I've heard the
Or
stories
the
of
team
all
bases,
team
right.
bases.
Right. So, and he was like, I don't really, I just learned the game last week, and then my cousin talked me into playing, and I was like, oh, Jesus. And I had this beautiful team with Demo Goblin, with with the utility belt, and Omen, and just really weird figures playing against, like like I try to do, and playing against these Justice League team bases, and I could have beaten this guy. I just needed a 5, and I had a prob, and I probbed it, and I rolled another 4, and I was like, okay, he's double token, he's got a clear next turn, I can try this again. I just need to roll a 5, and I rolled a 3, and I probbed it, and I rolled a 4, and I got so upset that I couldn't enjoy life for several days after that, and realized that I needed to walk away from this game as a father, like
I will
let it
say,
go or figure something out, because that was not going to work.
I find that story kind of funny because that is the complete opposite of the Nate White I know since I've been playing. So it's really hard to see you like that when like when you're telling this story. I'm trying to envision it and I just can't see it.
I was so mad. I was just miserable. And but that's it. I decided when I came back that I wasn't going to do that again. So now I was playing in the Rock Cup and needed to kill Green Arrow. I needed a 3. And I crit missed twice in a row. Green Arrow, and then he went on to beat me.
Ow.
And I was able to laugh that off. So it has worked coming back into the game. And if the dice are what beat me, then I'm fine with that, And in that case, it certainly was what beat me. So I mean,
Yeah.
2 crit misses needing a 3. That's you couldn't if you scripted it that way, people would laugh at you. They would say this was fake.
Yeah.
So
You know what? And at the end of the day,
Brock was sitting at the table. He watched it happen. So I have eyewitnesses.
yeah, it's always a dice game.
Absolutely.
I won a WKO in November, and my opponent crit missed with 3 different retaliators.
Oh my gosh.
He had 2 Groots and a
That's
Surtur,
awful.
and he crit missed retaliating on all of them. And he
Even
rolled a
good
4th
retaliators.
crit miss that game on a Walking Wood.
Wow.
Like, so sometimes it's just a dice game.
Oh, well, I had a dude accuse me of having loaded dice at Nationals this year, so that was a little weird.
Yeah, I heard about that, and if anyone knows
Yeah.
you, that's just such a ludicrous.
It went away really quickly. So I got my dander up. I was like, "Oh no, you don't. You don't accuse me of that. You don't know. I don't. I go out of my way to not cheat." But he was totally cool about it and apologetic afterwards, and I bear him no ill will.
That's pretty funny, though. So, Jesse Cote says he's Nate White's #1 fan.
Yeah, Jesse's the best. Jesse in California.
I'm looking to have him on the show very soon here.
He plays cool teams and he plays well. He just won a WKO.
Yep, he's. I definitely think he's one of HeroClix's rising stars, in my opinion. I think everyone should keep their eyes on Mr. Cote.
beat me in Columbus. He beat me and Pat in Columbus to win a WKO just about 4 months ago, 6 months ago, something like that. Yeah. He was out visiting at Jay Major's shop.
Oh, okay.
We played at WKO out there, and Jesse beat us both.
Beezy just said some dude wanted me to blow on his dice during Nats for map roll. I did, and he rolled a crit hit. That's cool.
Gross, Beezy.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
blow him like.
cool, but equally creepy.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you to blow on my dice at any point, Beezy. I hope that's not offensive to you, but.
And then Steve DiCarlo has a question for you, Nate.
Okay, hi, Steve.
Why the changes to your WKO team? It seems super good as it was.
Because I came home and I played one practice game against Pat, and he said, "Why don't you play 2 astronomers?" And I was like, "No, you can't play 2 because one of them will stop 2." And he's like, "No, I'll show you." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And then he kicked the shit out of me with 2 astronomers against my WKO team, and they can move each other around. They can, one TKs both of them to a spot that you want them in, and then the other shoots. I mean, it's just a leader really didn't do that much for me on that team. I didn't really want to trade away the power gem. Didn't find that trade. I mean, Trader was a good harasser, and I liked the perplex, and occasionally he would take a shot at somebody, but Astronomer is just like, he's a nuke, and if I can bring a nuke, I don't know. I'm like a 9-year-old when I play clicks. You know how little kids, when they start to play clicks, they play like a 300-point one-man army, like brick? That's the way I like to approach the game, so.
That's not a bad thing. You kind of went from why play 1 nuke when I can play 2 nukes, right?
Exactly.
The math on that is sound, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. That's the 80s. That's what I grew up on. I grew up in the 80s, and that's what I learned from Russia and the United States.
Oh God. Yeah.
Arm yourself.
Fair enough.
So.
The HeroClix arms race, as Pat would put it.
Yep.
So, you ready to get this game underway or what?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's play some HeroClix.
Oh boy. Let's roll for Matt, bud.
I have a plus 8.
Okay, I am plus 6.
I win. We are going to Galador.
Oh boy. This is going to be a bad day for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a feeling this was going to happen. When you put that team on the map, I was like, I'm going to lose map today, and it's going to be a bad day for me.
Which side would you like? I can spin it.
Oh, this side's fine. They're fairly symmetrical.
True enough.
Remember how I was telling you that in that WKO win, that guy crit missed against me 4 times?
Yeah.
It was in fact on Galador, so I got a little love for this map.
Here we go. Let's see if I can crit miss as many times as that guy did. I can crit miss as many times as anybody. I'm a champion crit misser.
I'm pretty excited to see your team in action. I'm not even going to be mad if I lose.
Well, I'll be mad if I lose, so you want to let me... Okay, I won't be mad. I will be happy if I lose, just like DJ stomped me yesterday with double Gardner.
So that Gardner, man, he's sneaky. You got to watch him.
He's really good, and I learned a lot, and I never mind losing practice games. I don't love losing in tournaments, but I never mind losing practice.
And Gardner gets so much better after rotation.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, not rotation. What am I talking about? After Regenesis becomes legal.
Right, when he can call in stuff.
Yeah, little brain fart there.
I knew what you meant. Actually, I did this stupid...
Ooh.
You there.
That jet there's a
Go
bad
there.
day, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Hmm.
I am set. Are you?
I believe I am set. Now, what do you think for a timer?
Do you want to just give it like 51 or something?
Sure, sounds good. I'm setting our timer right now. You are good to start, sir.
All right. So let's not jerk around. Can I swear on your stream?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
this a
As long as
all
it's
right?
not
Let's
excessive.
round. This guy's gonna fly up to not fly phase to here. I'm gonna move this to the map layer.
Do you only have one ID?
I do.
Interesting.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta do that and then do that. Okay.
What did you do?
Your map layer. I had to get my plane out from under your what? They'll just scoot up to there, and then red guy will pick up that guy, and then that guy will sidestep to there, and then orange guy will pick up this guy right there, and he will sidestep 1, 2. And I will tree my floras. Just gonna roll 3d6 and click them in Roy G. Biv order. So red and yellow both grow.
Okay, sounds good to me.
You are up, sir.
Okay, how do I approach this matchup? Interesting.
It's not a good matchup for you.
I probably
But-
should have started Lila one more up, but that's okay. I was intimidated by those astronomers.
Well, they are big guns.
Yeah, that's the understatement of the century.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we're just gonna pick up the whole team, carry them up. Just double checking to make sure, yep. I'm gonna sidestep this one down here. Sidestep him over. Sidestep him over. This Wolverine's gonna perplex up the Wolverine on the lower elevation's defense. This one's gonna perplex up the lower elevation's defense, and then Cyclops is gonna perplex up the yellow Wolverine's defense. Now, Angel's gonna sidestep. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just referencing my Angel card. I've been playing with dupe and whatnot so often, I'm not 100% on his movement. I'll admit to being a scrub in that fact. He has 9.
That's fair. I appreciate the angel play.
I couldn't play you and not play, in my
Exactly.
opinion, the Nate White figure.
I would agree. It's either that or Thrill Killer.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That if I had to pick 2 Nate White figures, it is Angel and Thrill Killer.
Sure.
And then Angel is gonna perplex up Blue Wolverine's defense by 1. And I'm actually gonna. No, I'll keep Cyclops there. We'll see what you can do. I'm a little worried.
Okay.
1, 2. Actually, I'm gonna move up Leslie real quick. Sorry. Gonna move Leslie to there, and then it's your go, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Emily, I've decided to run the angel version. I figured
Just for me, Emily. You did it for me. All right. So what we're gonna do in response on, you're gonna sidestep. What we're gonna do. All right. Let's go ahead and have unseen sidestep to here. All in. Nobody yet. Outwit on Angel. With unseen.
Okay.
Top astronomer. And do 1 and 1 with an RCE on Angel. So this would be 12 for 5.
Okay. And sorry, you cut out for a minute. What are you outwitting?
Super senses.
Okay. So I believe, if I'm not crazy, he has shape change.
He does.
Okay. I will hope to God to hit this. No, I do not.
All right, I rolled my attack roll forgetting that you had shape change like an idiot. But,
That's okay. You hit.
Yep.
For. Okay.
5
so
clicks.
That's stop click some.
Yep. And then let's see. Let's go ahead and have the bottom guy take a shot at him.
Okay.
13 on your 16.
Okay. I don't think he has shape change anymore, so let her fly.
He does not.
And that's a hit, sir.
Yes. So he dies.
Yep. How are you going to do your favorite figure like that?
I can't have my favorite figure be blowing up on me, buddy. I can't let that happen to me. So you got to blow up. Which one do you want to pop it on?
Let's go the bottom one.
Okay.
So I roll a d6 for that?
Yep. No damage.
Wow, wow.
Angel. You did him dirty, Angel. I'm sorry, Josh.
It's
All right.
okay.
Walk 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, and then sidestep 1, 2. And this guy will sidestep to there. And then this guy's going to sidestep, and then he's going to walk. No. There. And red will sidestep to here. Red and orange will clear.
Okay.
And I'll roll my trees. So just yellow.
Okay. So which ones have healed so far?
Yellow and red.
Okay. And yellow's healed for 2?
Correct.
Okay. Oh boy. And fun was had by all. This could be a bad day. So 1 action, 2 action, 3 action, 4 action. Okay. I'm going to leadership with blue Wolverine, leadership with yellow Wolverine. They're the only 2 that matters. Cyclops is going to running shot on the the Walking Wood adjacent to Wolverine.
Okay. Shape change, or did you outwit that?
Nope. Perfect. I will shoot.
Ed.
Perfect. This Wolverine's gonna charge your yellow Flora.
Got it.
First attack.
It's
Okay.
to the stop click.
Yep. Second attack.
And actually, why don't I prob that with unseen?
Okay.
That'll miss.
Okay.
Unless you perplexed his attack.
I did not, sir. I will theme prob with my blue Wolverine.
Yep.
And it got worse. I will theme prob with yellow Wolverine. And it got worse.
Getting progressively worse.
Yep, so I'm just gonna stop while I'm ahead. Okay. So that's 2 theme probs gone. Well then. That's not exactly what I had in mind for that move. I'm gonna sidestep yellow Wolverine down to here. Sidestep. Actually, I'll sidestep him to there. I'll sidestep blue Wolverine there. And then I'll sidestep Cyclops over to there.
Okay.
Blue Wolverine is going to call in Brood X. I'm going to put... I'm going to check my range. Ooh, I can't see him now. Darn it. Do you mind if I call him in 1 square over, sir?
Not at all. Not at all.
I will call him in there. I will sync this Wolverine. This Wolverine's perplex into attack. This Wolverine's perplex into attack. And Cyclops' perplex into attack.
You're a 14 on my 18 and 17.
Okay, I'm targeting Yellow, Wonder Woman, and Groot. And I believe, I'm not sure how it works if it's on a lower elevation. Am I shooting?
The jet does not bother you. No,
Okay.
it's outdoors, so you're seeing over it.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. I wasn't sure if there was something tricky in the wording.
Yeah, no.
Okay. 19s.
That hits everybody. I gotta use my probs. I'll prob it with top astronomer.
Okay.
I'll prob it with bottom astronomer. That'll hit everybody.
Perfect. Oh, this guy needs a token. I'll clear Lila. Clear Leslie. And I will say go, sir.
Alright, sidestep, walking wood, flurry, yellow, Wolverine, needing a 7.
Oh boy.
That'll hit to the stop click.
Yep, that's a thing.
Okay, second swing.
That's a dead Wolverine. And that was a big mistake on my part.
Yeah, that guy got lost, huh?
Yeah, I just wasn't exactly watching that walking wood.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and outwit charge on this guy.
Okay.
And let's have red guy sidestep. Oh, don't forget your brood hatchlings.
Oh, thank you. Yep. What am I going to use for those today? Let's be funny and let's use triples.
Tribbles. Nice. Do they have toughness, the brood hatchlings? I don't remember.
I can't remember off the top of my head either. I want to
I
say
wanna
yes.
say that they do.
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe it's mind control, blade claw, toughness.
Yeah, that sounds right. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll my clear these guys. And roll my remaining trees. Nothing. All right, you're up.
Okay. Interesting. I will... Well, Birdex is gone to start off with. You got rid of my only adjacent Wolverine, so... What to do, Nate? What to do? I'm gonna sidestep that Wolverine. Did Red Flora heal? Yes, right?
Once, yes.
Okay. Cyclops is gonna... Oh, this is risky business.
Just realized I should have tried to kill Cyclops last turn.
Yeah, Cyclops is gonna shoot at your walking wood.
All right, shape change. I should have called in a Gene to take a shot at him. There was no reason not to.
That's why we practice.
Exactly.
Okay,
I missed it.
And I hit the attack.
You killed him, and you only need a 5, so I'm not going to prob that.
Okay. I'm debating on my move here. Part of me wants to go for unseen. Part of me wants to try and get an astronomer.
An astronomer with what?
I was gonna use a Tribble to mind control him out, or use a Birdling to mind control him out.
Can't mind control him out. He can't fly.
Ooh, I thought for sure he could fly.
Nope.
Well, damn it.
He phased in there. And he can't phase on mind control, so he's stuck.
Well, my red Wolverine's gonna call in a Wolverine.
Okay.
He's going to perplex up said Wolverine.
Attack?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm going to... I did this a little goofy.
Cyclops can see him where he is.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out the second Wolverine too. I'd like to sink them all if I could. But I'm going to put 2 into... 1 into attack and 1 into damage for now.
It'd be a 13 for 4.
And I have enough action.
Or 12 for 4.
So I'd need a 6. That's pretty good. I think I'm gonna move this hatchling over to here.
Okay.
And then this Wolverine's gonna sidestep to there.
Okay.
And he's gonna perplex him up as well.
Got it.
And then he's gonna charge the unseen. So I need a 5.
I'll prob that with unseen.
Got it.
Super duper senses says.
Nice. I took a chance and
unhittable roll.
I should have put him next to the Flora, but I didn't want to chance him not getting off the map, so I will... I still
He's
can't.
not getting.
No, he's
Yeah.
not getting off either way, so that was a bit of a mistake on my part. But that's okay. I'm quite happy with no unseen. That's second token for red Wolverine. Clear blue Wolverine. And that's my 4 actions, sir.
All right. So let's go ahead and have this guy take a shot at Cyclops.
Okay.
All into attack. So 13 on your 17.
Okay. That's a dead Cyclops.
And then this guy will take a shot at. Because you could retaliate with an 8 on a 17, needing a 9. This guy will take a shot at red Wolverine.
Okay.
Attack, so 13 on a 17. That'll hit.
That's a thing. Stop click.
And then orange will retaliate.
Oh boy.
That will target red and the other guy. I'll prob it with the top. I need 9s to hit.
Okay.
Hey!
All theme prob with blue.
Yep.
Oh!
Oh!
And just out of range. Screw it. I'll theme prob with my call in.
Got it. Miss, I'll prob it with bottom astronomer.
Whew.
Okay. Yeah. This guy will sidestep to here. And quake. So this will hit Lila, this guy, and this guy.
Okay.
Do those guys all have shape change or something?
Nope.
That'll hit 16, so none of them, right?
I do not believe so.
They're all 17s. Rolling my living trees. Just red. Okay, you're up.
Okay. What is your floor's attack value right now?
9.
Oh, brutal. Okay. So this Wolverine's gone. So this astronomer hit an X-Men, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
They both did.
I've used 3 theme probs, I believe.
Seems right.
Okay.
4. I thought 4.
Okay, no, you're probably correct. That's why I was double checking.
Yeah, you used 2 early and then 2 again on that last turn there.
Okay. I'm going to move Lila to here. I'm going to call in a Cyclops here.
Yep.
Both Wolverines are going to put one into Cyclops' attack and one into his damage. And he's... Sorry?
Where you're shooting. Oh, I can see where you can shoot from. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to running shot to there.
And shoot from there.
I can't shoot down on Astronomer.
Who are you? Crossing terrain is elevated, so you wouldn't be able to see down from this square to Astronomer's square. So you can see from there. Where you're standing, you can see the top Astronomer from there.
And he shot an X-Men, so I will shoot at him then.
Yeah, so this is Psychic Blast 11 on an 18 for 3?
For 4. I went 1 into attack, 1 into damage.
Got it.
So he should be at 12 for 4. No?
Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
12 for 4.
Hit.
Rob with that guy.
Hit.
All right, he'll take it.
Okay.
So he goes to click 4.
And then I will use my free attack.
Okay.
Hit.
It's for 3. That'll knock me to click 6, which kills me.
Perfect.
He's dead.
Now that's 1 action, 2 action. This guy should be double token, 3 action. I'm going to push this guy to try and Blade Claw Red. Red's healed for 2, correct?
Correct.
And he has toughness. So yeah, I'm going to attempt to Blade Claw Red, killing him in the process. I miss. He did. I will clear the Red Wolverine. So that's 1. Sorry. Before I do that, 1 action, 2 action, 3 action. That was 4 actions. So yep, it is your go, sir.
All right. I will RCE Red Wolverine. I will hit.
He is Gonzo. I popped my healing Wolverine a little too early because I wanted to get rid of that unseen.
Maybe, let's see. This guy will sidestep to here.
Okay.
And Quake.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
I will
You got
use
1. Yeah, you got the last one.
I'm gonna use it.
That'll hit 15s. I'll prob it with Astronomer. Oh.
Yep, that's a thing.
That's gonna be nearly game, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna knock Lila off the ledge and kill her.
Yep, she's
I
gone.
won't kill your Wolverine. So it'll hit your Wolverine.
Yep, but that knocks him to click 2.
Yeah.
And that hits Cyclops to his last click as well.
Yep. And then I'll retail with this guy.
Okay.
8 on stuff. Jesus. That'll kill Cyclops, right?
Oh yeah, you go.
Alright, my dice got kind of hot there at the end.
That's okay. I'm probably going to just call that game.
Alright. Well, that was a hell of a game, man. I thought I had you, but you took out an Astronomer in a single turn with a Cyclops. That's a great lesson for me. I gotta be fucking careful of that.
Yep. I did a few things. I could have changed a few things there, but
yeah, you could have sidestepped your Wolverine out of my line of fire, the one that was dying, and then he could have regened next turn. Possibly. I was still going to retaliate, and my retaliation roll was good enough, so it didn't really matter.
yep, that's still a really good call.
That was a good game, man.
That was close. Yeah.
Anybody who's watching online making fun of us or saying we did anything stupid?
Beezy said I could have bladed something. I'm not sure. Not sure what I missed, but he's probably right on that one.
You know what, yeah, go ahead.
Those astronomers had me a little sweaty there, because I started to realize that I couldn't get to you with that jet there.
Nope.
Yeah, like once you had taken out Cyclops, I had no way to get anyone to you, and I was gonna have to do it with call-ins.
Yeah.
That's pretty nasty.
It's a sick spot. What I thought you might have done, trying to blades red tree, fly that guy down and just tie up Astronomer with little scrub guy.
I thought about that after, so you couldn't shoot me. I
You're gonna
would.
do that. That would be bad for me.
Yep. That definitely probably would have been the move.
But the Quake, again, because my dice being what they were, I was just going to come down and Quake and would have hit that guy, and then I would have been freed up to shoot the Wolverine anyway. So it didn't, again, there was no misplay that you made. There were just options.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, man, there's still 20 minutes left on the clock. We played that fast.
Well, Wolverines play fast. And astronomers do too, I guess, because they hit so hard. Although I've had a lot of games go to time.
You know what? I really like your team after watching it in action.
Thanks, man.
I couldn't even give you, at this point, constructive criticism on what I think you could change. I think it's phenomenal.
Thanks, bud.
Wow.
Fence on Groot with Skyscraper Wonder Woman. I could block line of fire a little better to him.
Yes, that is true.
Play it better. The Skyscraper Wonder Woman is in there because of that Gardner team. The theme is +8 or +7, which could easily beat me for map. And if he sticks me on Stark's, whatchamacallit? What's it called?
Stark's Tower?
All that blocking terrain is a brutal headache for the astronomers. So I decided to put a Wonder Woman on there, so she's just going to start running around busting blocking terrain.
Yeah, and you know what? That'll come in handy for more than just that.
Yeah.
Hedge maze, underground.
Yeah, that's the idea with this Wonder Woman is she is primarily a snowplow, secondarily a retaliator.
Yeah, that's I can totally see that. It works beautifully in my opinion.
What would you think of me dropping Unseen for more retaliators and a higher theme?
I am a huge fan of Unseen personally. So sorry, more retaliators and what else?
Just that. Just more retaliators, so a higher theme bonus.
I would
go to like a +11, which means I would almost never lose map.
Oh, that's tough because he didn't do a lot in this specific matchup, but do you have anything that outwits through stealth?
Nope.
That's what Unseen's for.
That, and when Astronomer hits something and then a Mangog comes.
True. Oh yeah, that I didn't even think about that. That minus to retail. Yeah, I think he's kind of invaluable on the team.
I agree. I think that's probably the case.
If I could change, yeah, no, can't think of something. I was gonna try and give you something, but I got nothing.
Thanks. That's well, I've been workshopping it. I've been playing this team for a month now. It's great. Well, it can't be a month, can it? When was Nationals?
You're pretty close to a month actually. You're about. It was on like the 12th, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're about 3 days off a month.
A new record for me. This is the most I've ever played a team.
I'm very excited to see how you do at Canadian Nats.
Thanks, man.
Even though Emily got a little sneak peek at your team, but.
Well, I will be, I'll be reporting on it, so I'm sure you'll have plenty of ears and eyes in the joint, so.
I'm going to try. I did pretty good at reporting on U.S. Nats, so hopefully I can keep that up with Canadian Nats. I'm sad I can't go, but...
Yeah, I was hoping you'd be there, man. I was hoping to catch
I know, I was looking forward to meeting you for the first time, but it just didn't work this year. We have some friends coming in, and that short notice really made it difficult to travel 22 hours, so...
Yeah.
But as much as I want a Canadian to win, I will be cheering for you, sir, and should you be Canadian champ, I will not be upset.
Thanks. Well, I'm a huge fan of Canada, and if I win, I'll be respectful of the title until...
That's PJ's title you'll be taking, since he can't be there to defend it.
I know.
So we have a couple viewer questions for you.
Yeah.
So Nathan Deal rather, says, "I love astronomer. Should I put the Goblin glider on him?"
I don't think he needs it because he can hit from so far away. He doesn't need move and attack. Move and attack is to get you to a swing of 11, and he already has it. So,
That is a very fair point.
and he starts with a gem that you would have to give up.
True, true. And Zach Strong asks, "What does a normal practice routine look like for Mr. White leading up to an event?"
My practice routine doesn't change too much leading up to an event, except I play online 3 or 4 days a week at lunchtime, and I get in games online in the evenings, and as events approach, I just try to get in games with as many people as I can. I've got a lot of great friends who are also trying to get ready for events, so I almost my prep happens online.
I like it. No, that makes sense. Speaking of which, I wouldn't mind getting a couple games in with you before
Yeah.
my WKO on the 20th.
Glad to. I would like to run some different teams. Another way that I like to get ready is when I practice with Patrick. We try to play the meta archetypes, and we don't play them the way the good players do. Like, I can't play Unimind the way that Dan plays it, or Shredders the way that Micah played it, or Jay. But we can at least give each other the idea of some of the tricks that they can pull, and taking on your enemy's team, and knowing what it can do, like trying cool tricks and that sort of thing.
Yeah. No, I
So
definitely
then,
find piloting the team you might be facing gives you a little extra insight.
yeah, so that's always a great way to prep.
Well, I think this is a great way to kick off the series, buddy.
Thanks, man. That was fun.
You know what? I found it hilarious that you're my first guest on, because thinking back, you were actually the first person I ever played on Roll20. So
Then it's come full circle. Cue Circle of Life from Lion King and all that stuff. Cue Elton John.
I listen to that song with my kid every night at bath time. So
There you go. There you go.
so thank you very much.
Blah, 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 BT, blah, blah. All right.
Thank you very
All right.
much for being on, Nate.
Let's take it easy, man. Thank you for having me.
Do you have any final thoughts?
I hope to see as many Canadians in Montreal as possible, and I'm glad that weed is legal up there. In a bit.
And staying in that same vein, I really hope that a Canadian takes Canadian nationals. Good luck to all my fellow Canadians, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.